In today's video, you're going to get to see an absolutely beautiful 1974 Ford Gran Torino. Hello everybody and welcome to Classic Car ChitChat. My name is Kevin. I'm thrilled you're joining me today. Today I have the pleasure of introducing you to a gentleman. His name is Drew. Drew has one of the most iconic and most sought after cars, certainly in my book. It's a car that I would buy in a heartbeat the moment Drew decides to sell it. This is a 1974 Ford Gran Torino. It's the sport model. It only had 36,000 miles on it when he got it. It really is in recognition to the Starsky and Hutch series. It's got the beautiful striping. It is the gorgeous viper red color. It is absolutely stunning. It even has the unique license plate, which is Zebra 3, which actually was the call sign that they used on the TV show. So, without further ado, let's hop in, let's go for a drive, let's check out this beautiful 1974 Gran Torino. Drew, rev the engine, hang on. Beautiful. And honk the horn. All right, siren one more time.
One more time.
Ask you. Beautiful. All right, turn her off, sir. Did I tell you how much I love your car? I think I have like 50,000 times.
I'm glad. That's awesome.
Tell me what you got here.
1974 Ford Gran Torino Sport. It's a tribute to the 70s TV show Starsky and Hutch. 36,000 original miles.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty much all original. It's an original red car, but it was painted Viper red,
Okay.
which is the same color as the movie Starsky and Hutch cars.
Fantastic. Now the body stripe, did you put that in or
No,
that was there?
no, that was there when I bought it. Bought it from a gentleman in Milton about 15 years ago.
And you haven't looked back, have you?
Haven't
You've
looked
loved
back.
every minute of it,
It's
including the shirt.
including the shirt, right for the occasion.
You've got it. That's
Yeah.
just priceless.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I absolutely adore this machine. So, with respect to the Starsky and Hutch,
Yes.
is it exactly the same rims? Is it
Yeah.
more or less what they would have had in
Yeah,
the
it is very close to the original. Same wheels, same kind of stance, the high end.
Yes.
Stripe is the same, black interior. Very much a very good clone of the original.
Just the rake of the car. You can
That's
tell.
right.
It's just
That's
the
right.
way it's
And
done.
that was what the car was back then. I remember as a kid watching it, and it had to have the right rake with the right wheels.
Right.
I tried to get it exactly like the show.
It's magnificent. Now the siren,
Yes.
so is that like an optional extra you can buy
Yeah.
somewhere? or-
Well, I put that in along with the flashing light.
You gotta have that.
Yeah. And that's always a crowd pleaser when I get to the shows.
Yes. I mean, I just picture Hutch back in the day,
Yes,
reaching across,
that's right.
putting the thing on.
Yep.
Oh, how priceless is it? Oh, we're missing his Huggy Bear somewhere.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh my God. So I got a question then.
Yes.
Do you liken yourself more to Starsky or Hutch?
Well, since I'm the driver, I think I'm more Starsky.
You are the Starsky.
Yeah.
Paul
Yeah.
Michael Glaser.
Yeah,
If you're,
yeah.
See, hopefully he's still around. I don't even know.
He is still around.
Oh,
They're
fantastic.
both still
Hopefully,
around. Yep.
If he ever sees it, he'll
Yep.
give you the thumbs up
Yep.
on this.
Absolutely.
Oh, fantastic. I just adore this machine.
Yeah. It's getting parts for this car mechanically is not a big deal, but if you were trying to get like the small chrome trims and that, very hard to get. Very hard to get.
Magnificent. Tell me about your license plate.
Well, it's funny. Because I was such a big Starsky and Hutch fan, I knew one day I'd have this car.
Right.
So I got that license plate probably 5 years before I got the car.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So which came first?
The license plate came first.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Knowing that one day I'd have the car, and sure enough, I opened up an auto trader, and there it was being advertised in Milton.
Magnificent.
So, yeah.
Now the badging on this again, this is all original that the
That's correct.
Torinos came with, yeah?
Yeah, this is a Gran Torino Sport.
Okay.
Okay, the movie cars and the series cars were just a Gran Torino.
Oh, really?
So
okay.
with the Sport,
yes,
you got the bucket seats, you got the console inside with the gauge package, and also the little red piping on the seats.
So that was only in the Sport?
That was only available in the Sport.
So Starsky didn't have that?
He did not have the Sport, no.
Well, there you go, Starsky.
Yeah,
So you might want to check this baby out.
Along with the Sport badge on the
right.
quarter there, so.
There is just something so perfect with the way this stripe
Right.
appeared. The first
Right.
time I saw it in a car,
Right.
I thought, oh my God, like I grew up in England and everybody had a Ford Capri,
Right.
kind of similar looking, so they all replicated this thing.
Right.
But it just looks right on the Torino.
Well, you know, Ford produced, in '76, they produced 1,305 of them
Really?
with the limited edition Starsky and Hutch stripe.
I did not know that.
Well, people, you know, in the '70s, people were walking into the Ford dealers and wanting to buy the Starsky
With
car.
okay.
And Ford actually, you know, kudos to them. They put a paint job on it and sold it as a limited edition car.
Good for them, you know.
Yeah.
I'm glad they kind of appealed to the masses.
Right.
And also the demand.
Yeah.
Because obviously the show was a hit.
It was a big
right?
hit.
I mean,
yeah.
what do you remember of the 70s? Charlie's Angels and Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Charlie's Angels,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a different conversation right there. Jacqueline Smith, if you're watching, I had to think.
I was a
about
fair
Jacqueline.
faucet, so.
Were you really? Okay. So who married who? Lee Majors.
Yeah,
right?
that's right. That's true. That's another story. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the other thing too was, you know, as far as the show was concerned, many people considered this was the star of the show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
Because we all wanted to see
We
the
all,
car, right?
Yeah, yeah.
As soon as they hopped into it, and I don't
Yeah.
think Starsky even opened the door, did he? Like, I think he jumped in half the time, but
Yeah.
which is actually not an easy feat to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? You got to be pretty darn
Yeah.
limber.
And they beat the car up pretty good on the show, but
Yes, I heard they went through a number of
They
them
did.
during the production
did.
of the car,
Yeah.
the show rather.
yep.
The chrome on the bottom
Yes.
there, Drew. Again, that's in the original
Yes.
Sport, or otherwise it's always
Correct.
there?
The only thing that the Sport gave you was the chrome in the front of the wheel.
this,
That's
okay.
the bottom part for the Sport.
Right.
But the two back pieces here and the centerpiece,
the
that's
center.
all the Gran Torino. Yeah.
Now, was this something, I mean, you bought the license plate before you bought
Right.
the car, so you knew you were going to get
That's
this
right.
eventually. Is that like a childhood dream of yours?
Of
as
course,
well?
absolutely.
Yeah, you bet.
Absolutely.
You're
I remember coming home from school when I was a kid in the '70s. Can't wait to get home to watch Starsky and Hutch. So,
Yes.
yeah.
I remember many, many years ago when I first moved to Mississauga. I used to live in London, Ontario, and I was, I think, in one of the shopping malls, maybe South Common, I can't remember.
Yep.
It was parked way away from everybody else because you don't want some idiot dinging in the darn
Yeah.
car. And I remember seeing it, and I said, oh my God. Fell in love all
Yeah.
over again.
Yeah,
and I knew it
absolutely.
existed in Mississauga, and I had to.
Well, and that's the
tough
thing
time
about this
tracking it
car.
down.
For people that remember it, it just puts a smile on people's face, right?
Oh, definitely.
Right? They remember. So,
Oh, how magnificent.
a lot of
And-
thumbs up when you go and,
For
yeah.
sure. And you know what? There was just something special about the lines on the Torino.
Right.
They got it right.
They did.
And the body striping just accentuated that more. And
Right.
I just think it just,
Yep.
it looks amazing.
It was made for that stripe.
for sure.
right.
Yeah, you're right. I think the
Right.
stripe came
Yeah.
first and then,
Yeah.
oh, let's stick a body around it,
Yeah,
see how
yeah,
it goes.
that's right.
But that's something else.
Yeah.
And I don't think there was any iconic car I recall. Maybe Back to the Future,
Yeah.
right? You get the odd car every now and again, but certainly growing up,
Yeah.
watching Starsky and Hutch
Yeah.
and thinking,
Yeah.
hey, this is a dream, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I love when you go to the shows, you've got that poster or your sun.
Oh, the sun visor that I put
Yeah,
in there,
isn't that
right?
magnificent?
Yes, absolutely.
That's just beautiful.
Yeah,
Can we take a look at the engine?
absolutely.
Powertrain?
Yeah. So it's powered by a 351 Cleveland,
Okay.
which is its original engine. Has been rebuilt and just a couple modifications to it, but nothing major.
Oh my God, Drew! You didn't tell me there was a bit of bling under here.
Just a
too.
little bit.
Oh hell!
Just a little
Yes.
bit. Gives
Why
it the
not?
nice sound.
It does. It does sound
Yeah.
beautiful. It does sound beautiful. Now, does this have air conditioning?
No air conditioning.
I see.
No.
All right.
But what I did put in as part of the siren and the the revolving light is there's an extra battery in here.
Oh,
So-
just to power that. 'cause
Correct.
Yeah, that's a good point, right? Because
Yeah.
otherwise it's going to drain it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Very good. So and where is the siren actually? Is it?
It's
In
I don't
here.
remember. It's down here somewhere. I remember. Oh, you know what? I think it's further down.
It's somewhere safe.
Yeah, it's down underneath.
It's so well
tucked
hidden.
away so far
Okay.
away. Yeah.
But she sounds perfect,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what a machine! The sport, same engine, nothing special engine.
Well, with the Torino at that time, you could get anything in it. You could have got a 302,
Oh.
you could get anything. So there was nothing specific to even the Starsky and Hutch limited editions where it was a
Right.
specific engine. You could get anything.
I did not know that.
But being a sport, and they call it a Q code, that's on the VIN number, that got you the 351 Cleveland.
Magnificent. And a trusty, reliable engine.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, built to run and last and everything else. And
In the springtime, you just give it 2 pumps of gas, turn it over, and away she goes. Never gives me
No
any
issues,
problems.
right?
No issues.
Oh, beautiful. How much space is there in the trunk?
Let's see. So you'll see in the trunk here, this gentleman here, I don't know if you remember him, but his name is George Barris, the
creator?
of the Batmobile.
Oh, right.
He was at a show many years back, and he signed the trunk.
Oh my,
Yeah.
look at that.
So, nice little.
And that is?
That is Dennis Gage, the gentleman from My Classic Car.
So
He
this
has the
car is
mustache.
really famous. Yes,
Yeah, that's
with
right.
the handlebar
That's the
mustache.
handlebar
and that.
mustache.
Oh, and there's your visor.
That's the visor. yeah.
Custom made.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, look at it. You got to hold it up for
That's
me.
the
That's
visor
just
when you-
priceless. There we go. And of course the breeze picks up right at this
Right at
very
this
moment,
time.
right?
Yep.
What memories this has, hey? Fantastic. You love it.
Oh, I do.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
My oh my. And it's so cool that you've even got it signed as well.
Yes.
Well, that's a great memory right there. That's a
Absolutely.
little bit of value to that
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
And I guess that's your gas tank
It
under
is.
there.
It is.
Does it just kind of protrude? Yeah,
It
they all
does.
do, don't
It
they?
do- it does,
they
yeah.
all do.
Yep.
Amazing.
Before 74, 73, I think they were below here, but then
Yeah.
regulations made them put above the bumper.
I also like how, I didn't notice it before until today, how the tail light, reversing light is actually integrated into the whole thing.
It is.
Right?
It
That's
is.
kinda
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
But beautiful machine.
Thank you.
Just magnificent.
Yeah. It's,
This is really interesting. How you've really got a bit of a...
the plastic there. Yes.
Isn't
Yeah.
that something?
Yep.
Not something...
That's the way they did it back then. That's your protected bumper area, and
Right.
that gives in an accident. But yeah.
Wow. Just fantastic. May I see inside?
Absolutely.
Drew? Yeah, go to the driver's side first. So they're saying basically the red
Right.
striping were...
Correct. This is
The
part of
extras
the,
in the
the
Sport.
Torino Sport, the little bit of red treatment there, and the gauge package as well.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. So these knobbies in the middle, that's for your siren
Correct.
and everything else?
For the
that you-
wigwag of the headlights and the rear tail light,
Oh, right.
and the siren. That's right, and the power for the revolving light.
Got it. It actually fits perfectly there,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Like, it's
Yeah.
so well done.
And the 8-track is, of course, David Soul's 8-track.
Oh,
Hutch's
my
8-track.
God. How about that? Don't give up on us, baby.
That's the one. Yeah.
Actually, that was a pretty good song.
Yeah,
He was a
yeah.
good singer.
Yeah. A one-hit
You know, I
wonder.
do love the striping and
Yeah.
the way they did this, because that
Yeah.
is really cool.
Very classy. They
Yeah,
did a good
definitely.
job.
So whether you got the Starsky and Hutch edition or not, you still got the red piping?
Well, you could, like you said, you could order anything with the
Oh,
Starsky. You could
okay.
some cars came with white interiors as well.
I see.
So
I see.
the Starsky and Hutch treatment was just the stripe, really, and the red paint, and that was it.
You know what else is cool is the way the seatbelt hangs in the middle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's something we're used to anymore.
That's right.
That's not a CB radio, is it?
No, but it is part of the siren. It is.
Let me go around the other side, okay. So you can
You
actually
can make
change-
announcements if you wanted to on it.
Move aside, sir. Wow. Oh,
Oh, so yeah. So
what
this
is this? You had this little
this
toy
is the
here.
little one. And I always put this up for the shows.
Oh, you have to too. So that's powered as well.
It is. And it has the red light blinking as well.
Oh my, oh my. Drew, you've got all the bases covered,
Yeah.
my friend. This is just magnificent. Wow. How fantastic is this car?
And everything is wireless remote, so if I just by key.
Yes. Oh, fantastic. So you're not fiddling with it. Actually, you scared the shit out of somebody, couldn't you, if you wanted?
You can, absolutely.
Especially some kid getting close. Oop.
Yeah.
You're in the coffee shop watching them.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful car. This is magnetic mount, I'm
It
assuming.
is.
Yeah.
It is, yes.
Wow.
Very period correct to when the 70s show, right?
Right.
That's what he would throw up on the roof when they went and chased the bad guys.
It's actually surprising to me. I always thought these cars were taller, but
okay.
they're not. I mean, that's a good height. It's got that
Yep.
sports sleek look
Yep.
to it. Very nice. And the original speakers in the car would have been back there, were they?
They would have been.
Yeah.
Those are a little bit of an upgrade to what was original there, but
What
you
are
could.
they? The Boss? Bose? No? Something? Boss?
Yeah, they're the Bose ones.
Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Not the old
The Boss ones, I
Alpine,
think, actually, yeah.
Alpine or anything like that?
No.
Wow. Oh, she's beautiful. Shall we go for a little drive?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Perfect. All right, let's go. The sound of this engine.
Well,
Drew.
that's it, right? I mean,
Oh my, oh my. You know she's got
yeah,
power.
yeah. Now it's a big car, right? So it's a
Yes.
heavy, big car, and the engine does more than what it's needed to do,
For
right?
sure. And you know what? Yes, she can go fast, but
Yeah.
at the same time, you
Yeah.
want to enjoy the
Oh,
ride
absolutely.
as well. Like, what's
Yeah.
the point?
That's right.
Otherwise, nobody can see you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Let's enjoy the moment. We're too
Yeah.
old to be messing around.
That's so
now.
true.
Just-
Yeah.
and we'll turn right and we'll go straight up Main Street.
Sure. What a beautiful day for a drive.
Now, you participating in the Bread and Honey Festival?
No, not this year, I don't think.
Okay, so I'm going to be actually part of that.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to that. Oh, heck, I even noticed you got a baseball cap back there.
The
as well.
Starsky and Hutch base. Yep. It's funny when you go to the shows. Everybody that has something of Starsky and Hutch.
There you go.
yeah.
That's worth it right
Yeah.
there. It's miles per gallon.
That's
not,
right.
not dollars per gallon. Because what is
Smiles.
this premium unleaded on them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As high as octane as I can put in it,
Yes,
really.
exactly. Do you have to add an additive?
No.
Additive or
no.
anything?
I've been very lucky. I don't have to at all. No.
Oh, she's beautiful. Beautiful. Anybody in their 40s and 50s and beyond will
Yep.
recognize this thing.
Absolutely. That's exactly what it's all
just
about, right?
Priceless.
Yeah.
The young kids will say, "Hey, cool car, Granddad."
Well, they do,
what is it?
but they, yeah. Well, that's what happens. They have no idea what
they
it
don't
is.
have that reference.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. But like I say, this 351 engine has never given me any problems.
Yeah.
Very reliable. You know, old carburetor style, just
Yep. Does the thing.
does
right?
the thing.
Fantastic. And none of that power window malarkey or anything.
Who
just
needs
the old
it?
wind up.
That's right. All you need is the red paint and the white stripe,
That's it.
right?
You know what else is really cool about the car is the visibility as the driver
Yes.
is incredible. You
Yes.
see exactly
Yeah.
where the front end is. The rear end you kind of have to guess at
Yeah.
a bit, but hey, you're going forward
Yeah.
half the time.
And
most of the time.
what's ironic about the TV show is that they were plainclothes undercover cops driving
Right.
around in a red car with a white stripe.
Exactly. How undercover is that? So true.
I've been in a few Canada Day parades with the car and
bet.
never overheating, never
No problems,
any
eh?
issues, just Mr. Reliable.
How on earth did you manage to go to the Toronto Car Show?
Yeah, so I
Good
mean,
for you.
a friend of mine was in the show many years back and suggested that I, submit my car, and I think there were 50, 60 selections,
Oh,
and they were only picking 5 or 6, so I did, and
So you were privileged enough to get selected.
They wanted to see the car.
I don't blame you. So I'm imagining, like for us, it's in the middle of the winter.
Yeah.
Right? So you had it trailered there? Like,
Yes.
how did you get it there?
Yeah, they paid for the trailering of it
They
to the
took
show.
care of it
That's
all.
right. Yeah.
Fantastic.
They were looking for cars that made people go, wow.
Yes.
So I
Yes.
think this fit the bill.
No, good for you. It certainly got my attention.
Yeah,
I remember filming around there, and all I could see was this.
The red and white.
Forget everything else, right?
Yeah.
Oh my. Just
Well, and to be
lovely.
part of the Hot Wheels display too, right?
Yeah.
Hot Wheels actually made a die cast of this.
Right on.
So,
Okay.
you know, that was
do you have like that scale
I
version of
do.
it? Oh,
I have a
okay.
lot.
You got a whole bunch of
I have many.
Okay. You got
My wife might say too many, but
You know what's funny? I think I have one too.
of the
Yeah, I had to have it. I've got even the DVD set, the original cassette, VHS. Remember those? Yeah.
Yep.
I got it all. But I don't have a David
You
Soul
don't have the
8-track.
David Soul 8-track.
We'll turn right in here. She's a long car.
She is.
Yeah.
And for a two-door, I
Yeah.
mean, this is a, you know, medium-sized car back in the
True.
day.
And right again. Sorry.
You know, and in the garage, you don't have a lot of space before or after it either.
So what is she roughly? About 16 and a half feet? 17 maybe?
Closer to 17, I would think. Yeah.
Yeah, just lovely. And the radiator and the fan, again, is enough to keep everything cool.
It is.
You didn't have to add electric fans or anything.
Not a thing, no.
Interesting.
No.
I think that is the one thing I did do on the MG. Like,
What,
I don't think it was ever designed for
Right.
the hot weather we
Right,
get.
right.
In the UK, certainly, we
Right.
don't get that.
Right.
So I did put the electric fan, makes the world of difference.
Right.
It was just running too hot.
That extra
Wasn't
little bit
happy.
helps, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
No. No, even in, like I say, in stop and go traffic, there's never an issue with this car. It doesn't run hot at all. It's
While
just-
we're paused here for a second,
Yeah.
what does that little switch do beside the
This?
wiper washer? Yeah.
that mirror.
No way.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
priceless.
Yeah,
Oh my.
yeah, that's the mirror.
Well, yeah. If you had to reach across
That's right,
there,
yeah.
it'd be like a.
And that's a cable. That's not electric, right?
Oh my.
So that's a
it's-
cable
it's
that goes
even
all the
more
way.
Special.
Yeah,
Very good.
yeah.
This is not the original 8-track radio that came with the car, is
Yes.
it? It is.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Yeah. Absolutely.
My, oh my. Beautiful.
There are quite a few people that build the clones of the Torino, and the problem is though trying to find one with a black interior. You know, a lot of people do it with brown interiors or what have you, and
Right.
trying to find one that has all the right trim pieces, the right
Yes.
wheels. So
That's not easy to get.
it's
right?
not easy to get
Yeah.
it kind of the right look, right?
For sure. And that's your sound system.
Yeah, so it is a working radio, but I've disconnected it. This is a little bit more of a modern stereo system
Yeah,
here.
absolutely. A little bit more control. And the glove box again.
Glove
the way
box,
the-
yep.
And also the console
Right.
here. The original car wouldn't have had anything here.
It wouldn't.
right?
This would have all been just regular plastic. There would have been no
Okay.
switches here.
So, Drew, what the heck? No cup holders, man?
Yeah, you know what? It's
You're gonna have to pick up the Canadian Tire Special. Remember those that you hook on the door?
Yeah, oh, I remember. Well, being an automatic, you can drive with one hand and hold the cup
Oh, this is
yourself, right?
true. This
So
is true.
you don't have to be shifting the gears. So.
Yes.
But it has a nice
having
rump.
said that,
Yeah.
well, nor do any of the Italian cars, right? Because the idea is you enjoy your cappuccino
Right.
first and then
Yep.
you ride.
Yep.
Sorry, you were saying about the rumble.
Oh, just the rumble, eh?
yes,
You
yes,
know.
you got it.
It doesn't have to go fast. It just
No.
has to sound like that. That's all you remember.
It's like a Harley Davidson,
Yeah.
right? You start it, you can just listen to that
Yep.
all day long. You
Yep.
don't have to do anything else. It's
Yep.
just a beautiful sound. It's
Exactly.
a symphony. Isn't
That's
it?
right. Yep.
It's just, what does this switch do?
So that's the wig-wag for the backlights.
Okay.
That'll turn on the lights so they'll wig-wag.
Alternate, yeah.
And then this will be the front lights that you can see them wig-wagging in the...
Oh yes,
Right.
just slightly.
Right.
Fantastic. And then the yellow. On
That's
the,
an extra switch for nothing. This is the...
oh
right,
yeah,
the light right there.
I got to cut that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and that's an extra one as well.
Right.
So these are the three that are operational.
And then your siren sound is your remote.
Yes.
That's just a remote.
That's just
Yeah.
remote here that if I
Okay.
hit it right now, it would go
Scare
off.
the heck out of me.
Yeah, it would.
okay.
Might get us a ticket too, but...
No doubt. that engine, lovely,
Isn't it?
It's just lovely.
Yeah. It makes it.
You don't even have to say anything.
Right.
It's just, it's music.
Who needs a radio, right?
No, you got it. So how far do you go on car shows?
Not too far in Mississauga here. I stay pretty much local.
Yeah.
I did live in Ottawa for 10 years, and when I had the car there, I take it to shows a little bit outside the city.
Okay.
Not a very good highway car with regarding the gears, right? It revs pretty high, but very reliable still. Never an issue.
Right.
So I'm not afraid to take it anywhere if it has to go somewhere. No
Good
problem.
for you.
No.
Actually, that is the one thing I do. There you go, another honk.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a positive story. With my MG, I don't go on the highway. It's just not
Right.
comfortable. I don't feel comfortable.
Right.
It's just too low.
Right.
Too open. You feel, I don't know.
Right.
It's scary almost.
Yep.
So I prefer the side streets.
Yeah. Yeah.
So going back in time then.
Yes.
What was the very first car you ever bought?
It was an old Duster, a 74 Duster.
Really? So that was back in Ottawa?
No, that was back, many years ago.
Okay.
Well, I was in Toronto for a while, moved to Ottawa, and then came back to Toronto. But yeah, an old Duster. And by heart, I'm probably more of a Mopar man.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But
But you made an exception.
this
for
car
the Ford,
trumps it all, right?
You got it. Even that sense of shifting is priceless, right?
Yeah.
You don't. Nowadays, everything is CVT, and you don't feel anything. You don't even know what gear you're in.
Nowadays, you have an 8-10 speed transmission.
That's right.
This is 3 speeds. You know,
Got
I'm in third gear, and I haven't even passed the intersection yet.
Priceless. Okay, we'll turn left back in. There you go.
But again, it's solid car, great cruiser.
Yeah.
Steers straight, brakes, everything just functions as it should, right?
Right, absolutely. And just watching the reactions on people's faces, says it all.
That's the
doesn't
fun
it?
part, yeah.
Especially as older folk, you think, oh my God, how cool is this? Drew, you know this is a dream come true for me.
I'm glad. That's nice.
I've been chasing you so long.
Wow,
I feel like a detective almost. No pun intended.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. Like I said, the smiles and the reaction you get out of everybody is just what it's all about.
Definitely. And you know what? It certainly puts a smile to my face because it just brings back fond memories of watching this show and seeing something magnificent like this on the road again. Man, beautiful. Again, thank you so much for your time. This is, as I said, a dream of mine to have met you today, to see this glorious car and to really get a sense as to what it felt like back in the day and certainly as a kid watching Starsky and Hutch.
Yep.
This is fantastic.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for having me. It's been a lot of fun.